Pisces, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising sign. And this is an energy reading, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life, because this is your message. And if you're not a Pisces and this has happened upon your feed, well then it's your message. Listen, don't ever feel ridiculous for following your instincts and intuitions, okay? Just trust yourself. And this always shows up at just the right time. Whenever you need to hear it, whatever year or day you're watching this. Hi guys, my name is Michelle. This is Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Please give us a thumbs up, like, and share. And this is where your message begins. And what a beautiful place to begin. Like how gorgeous is that? We also have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords it can mean many things. It's minor arcana, so it's almost like a word in a sentence. It depends on what words are before and after it and around it. What context it is, past or present. You know, it's like a word in a sentence. Like words have meanings, but then they are associated with the meanings of the words around them. And the Two of Swords, the major arcana is more definite. It's more a statement in itself. But Two of Swords can change, and it's contemplative in this energy. Two of Swords is, let me not stress out. Let me find peace in the contemplation. Let me not speak. It's always, kind of like over the holding a closed throat. Like maybe sometimes you feel like you can't speak, but in this situation, it's I'm not going to speak. I'm going to think about this. Let me think on this. It's a contemplative energy. You have two different paths to choose from. Could it mean that you're confused? No. Yes, Two of Swords could mean confusion, but in this context, no. I don't think it's confusion at all. I think it's contemplation. That's very different energy, right? Confusion, For me, confusion is symptomatic of knowing what is true and not wanting to accept it. Confusion is you don't want anything in front of you, but you're trying to force yourself into a decision that is not satisfactory to you, and you're trying to make it satisfactory to you, right? When you look at something and you're sincerely confused, there's no confusion. You just don't want what you're looking at. It's that simple, right? But this is contemplative. This is, I don't understand the entire situation. I want more information. I don't have enough information to decide one way or another. So I'm in a state of contemplation and faith. Being contemplative is a faithful situation. It's a faithful circumstance or stance to take. I know the information is going to come to me. I know the answers are going to come to me. So I'm going to sit in peace with this because it's surrounded by very peaceful energy. The 10 of Pentacles is beautiful energy. It's solid. It's family. It's commitment. It's long-term. It's sustainable. It's maintainable wealth and prosperity, but also maintainable stability. It's something that really is built to last. And it's something that's meant to grow. Think of like the family tree. And then you have this energy, the Sagittarian Temperance. This is major arcana. This is not contemplation. Temperance is finding a way to make two very different things meld together. Well, it's when you temper a sword. What do? You mix two metals together. You're tempering the metals, so they're being kind of forced through heat to find a connection with each other. The Temperance Angel takes two different elements and makes the impossible possible. It finds an answer so there is an answer to this situation. Know this. Know that you are being put in this situation to expand and grow your mind. And once your mind expands and grows, there will be an answer to this situation. And it seems very clear that stability and certainty and commitment and maintainable, like sustainability is all the answer to this question. Two of Swords, this is what you're contemplating. And maybe it's almost like you're making peace with this. You're making peace with the idea. Maybe you're making peace with the idea that there's more out there for you. And that's okay too. It's almost like, but I don't know what, but I have a feeling there is. You're a Pisces, or you're watching this because you're surrounded by and influenced by Piscean energy. You need to trust your intuition. I'm telling you right now, Pisces don't come to truth through brain power. And I say this knowing that Einstein was a Pisces. That man had to wait almost 10 years for the astrological event to happen to prove what he had a hunch about. And no, it wasn't a hunch because it was mathematically theorized, but nobody believed him. People thought he was crazy. Everybody always thinks geniuses are crazy, right? His intuition, his faith meant very much to him. Please understand that that's what you're being asked to listen to. You're being asked to listen to your instincts, your intuition, and your faith. Will the answers come? Yes, but you need to know more. This is really all about grow and learn and discover. Let the information not only answer your questions, but expand your brain so it doesn't even ask the same questions anymore. Like that's what contemplation is. It's a happy birthday, Doug Denny. It's a chance for growth. It's a chance for opportunity. And I think you feel that and you know it. So what are they supposed to do? Princess of Pentacles, there's a new opportunity here. Plant the seed. There's plant the seed, but this is a new opportunity. There is something new. So if you were deciding between should I go, should I stay? There's something new here that is what's going to lead to expansion and growth and eventually stability. If you're not sure about something, especially when you've sat with it for a long time, then you already have your answer, don't you? Right? We're not supposed to stay in high school forever. We're supposed to be there. We're supposed to learn, but we're not supposed to stay there forever. We're not supposed to stay in our parents' house forever. We love them. We always want to visit. We care about them, but we're not supposed to stay there forever. Because what does that mean? It means that we're still children in some way. So ultimately, oh, the wind is picking up. I can hear it. You can hear the creaking. It's not creepy. It's interesting. I love it. There's a tornado watch, guys, where I am. So just so you know, if I'm a little bit like listening too hard, it's because, there's a tornado watch. You got to be watchful. Okay, so let me ask, what is this information coming in? Let's try to get Pisces some. Okay. It's not about the information. It's about the aspiration. The information coming in is what you really want. The information coming in is almost like information you already have. You just have to put it together. You have to sit in silence and listen and remember that there's a desire in your heart and you're being called to it. So I'm going to remind you of a story that's very famous. It's called The Alchemist. If you haven't read it, it's like 135 pages. Just go and read it. You can read it in less than a day. Very easy to read. Very easy to read. Very wonderful story. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. That didn't sound too good. My dog is really restless too. Hold on. Okay, so to not spoil the story, in the very beginning, it's like the introduction. It says simply that there are 5 steps toward fulfilling your dream or fulfilling your purpose. And it's the 4th step that's the hardest to get off of. Because the 4th step is where you get comfortable. The 4th step is where it's almost like the gilded cage. And you have to give up the gilded, which is the gold. You have to give up the cage, which is the safety. And head on out to a place where you feel like an absolute fool because you just lose everything. And in losing everything, you make room for the divine. And that's where your dreams make room to come true. I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of people right now that are on the 4th step, and they know it doesn't make sense that they want to get off of it. But it makes more sense than you'll ever make in your entire life, because you're being led, you're being drawn, you're being told. Take that step. Trust in where you're being divinely guided. This isn't, remember, sit in contemplation for a second and make sure this is not about ego or desperation or need for status, but that there's something in your heart that still needs to be manifested. And you know you've got to go out and do it. Remember that you can't leave anything behind that's meant for you. So if you have to say goodbye to someone or some place or something, but you leave on good terms, they can come along with you when they're ready. Okay? Maybe they'll come along with you now. But it really still is begging you to move forward. And on the bottom of the deck, what do we have? The calling to the new, the being handed the baton, the being handed the reason, the being handed the purpose, the excitement. It's not about excitement and adventure. It's not about chasing excitement or adventure. It's about knowing yourself enough to feel like the drawing, the vibration of the passion, of the purpose. Right? It's this is your chance. This is your passion. This is meant for you. And then we have, so it's almost like you're sitting in contemplation. You're sitting in contemplation to remember, to hear again who you are. This is being stuck. This is getting nowhere. And I think you know that. I think that you haven't gotten anywhere. And maybe that's because, I don't know why. I'm going to try to help you. But it's like you haven't done one thing that you were supposed to do. Maybe that's because do it the right way. Do it methodically. Do it almost obsessively. Justice, but do it correct. Maybe do it in partnership. Lots of distraction and lots of confusion with regards to attraction and waiting for resolution. You've let yourself get distracted too often by the in love, by the passion that is maybe momentary. I think this is really time for you to hunker down and refocus on your purpose, whether you're headed there alone or not. Okay. I'm just saying that. This is all up to you. You're very close to achieving your goal. You're so close. And we have a full moon that's coming, a full moon in Taurus, my friends. And if you are a Pisces sun or a Pisces moon, it may be sextile. So it's going to be at 13 degrees Taurus, the moon. So if you're a Pisces that was born, sometime around March 4th, March 5th especially, my God, guys, you're so close to being where you have everything. Are you going to stop and be happy with what you have and settle? But settle with appreciation, with gratitude, with happiness, and with gratitude. And like, no, I know that you, like, I'm deciding that I'm not going to go on. I'm deciding that this is my life and I'm going to be content with it. And I'm going to be content with that always discontent in me, knowing that I chose not to go forward. You're not going to get punished, especially if you just act in good faith and as a good person. But then there are some of you who are like, I want the dream. I have a purpose. And I know there's something more. Well, then you go for it. And you brave the wind again. And it'll be okay. Ooh, I know somebody needed to hear that. I know somebody needed to hear that. Don't stay stuck where you are if where you are is beneath you or you know it's not for you. If it's not filling you up, then just let it go. We have the devil. Wow, this is Capricornian energy. This is fear, being stuck in fear or having actual monetary or resource restrictions on you, right? It's not a sign. It's just a situation that you're in. Princess of Wands, move forward and end all that shit. You know that moving forward will end everything, especially the devil's clutches in you, and that's important. You need to do this if only to stand up to fear. But it's almost like move forward and everything will be ruined, and that's true. But what is ruined? You don't really want it. Happy birthday, Dagdani. You don't really want it. And maybe that's the hardest thing to admit, not even just losing it or seeing, like, it's almost like if I step forward, it officially all ends. Something. And is this right? Is this right? I think you're afraid. You're afraid of the pain. And that makes sense. That no one's telling. So what is this? What will all end? What is this? Is this the right step to take? There's something here about a heartache and a pain, a relationship, a connection. Is this supposed to be what I take forward with me? And the heartbreaking answer, I think, is that you have to go forward alone. Like I said, it doesn't mean that the person won't catch up. But the heartbreaking answer is you do have to part ways so that you can move forward in the direction that you're supposed to be going. And yes, this can mean from your parents, from your school, from the job that you're in love with, but you're going to be stuck as assistant forever if you stay. You know, it's like just because you care about where you are doesn't mean you're supposed to stay there. I hope you want to talk to me some more. The link is down below. I love you guys. I'll see you in the extended. Oh, the link is above here too. You can hop on it, pop on it there too.